morning. Today is Wednesday, January 12th, 2022, on my way into the day job. Yesterday there was no after hours for the day job. I did do secondary income and it was better than expected, and so we're making progress there. As far as during the day for the primary job, it was still a little crazy. As far as internet, foot traffic, Johnny was in the office for quite a while yesterday, and that resulted in a lot of teaching and training and trying to help him solve some of the challenges that he has with his TV and whatnot, and talking with Jim. Yesterday was kind of a venting day, if you will. Kind of laid out all the balls that I have up in the air, all the plates, if you will, everything that I'm juggling, all the stress that's on my shoulders, all the challenges, and just trying to be open and honest. Even had to reject a job that Jim wanted me to do because it was after hours last night, but it involved the potential of somebody not wanting to accept a package and doing an affidavit to go into court, and if all of a sudden I got pulled into court, what would that do? That would draw all the extra time that I have on working on these projects away from me, and I wouldn't have the time to get this stuff done. So I said, I don't even want to go down that path. And quite frankly, with all the pressure that I'm under right now, I didn't want to have the potential of snapping at somebody, a customer, because they didn't want to receive the package. So that's just my personality. Everything for me is pretty much logical, and if there's the potential of failure, I didn't want to take on that responsibility, so I threw it back into Jim's lap, and he just took care of it. So the nice thing was, after laying out all the plans and where it is that we're at, just kind of revealed to Jim that I do have a secondary plan. I'm not relying on him, and even though I'm loyal to him, that I do have a plan to take care of myself, my family, and my future, and it's not all dependent on Jim. And so that kind of takes away his power and throws it back into the power of being in my lap. And it's just a matter of having the game plan, like the sections that we're reading right now, and following the game plan, working that plan, and then reaping the benefits of that plan. So yesterday, working inside of OneNote, I think I've got like one or two sections left in the first three that we're working on, which are the business section, the legal entities section, and the game plan section. There's just like one or two sections that need to be reorganized, if you will, and then hopefully there'll be a lot of copying and pasting in some of the other sections because they're not that big. There are some real cumbersome sections that are in there, but I just would like to get to that point where it's like 2/3 of this is done, and it's like get up as far up the mountain as we possibly can, as quick as we can, and then fight to try to reach the summit. So the internet should be back up and running. They changed out the equipment during the day. Cox came. They were going to recommend a solution. I've already laid the groundwork with Karina, the owner of the building, and she's not too savvy about all that stuff, which I don't expect her to be. She's waxing on, waxing off, and throwing it into her husband's wheelhouse. It really isn't anything that's going to affect her business at all. It's just a matter of, can I put a hole in the wall? And I just want to be respectful. It's her hole, her building, and so I just wanted to lay the groundwork for that. It was nice yesterday. Tracy actually asked me prior to just jumping onto Amazon exact steps. I'll have to transfer money in order to cover that. I've got Acorn coming on Thursday, and I'll have to cover these expenses. But it's one approach just to place the order and have me deal with it. It was another for her to say, hey, I have an expenditure and I'd like to do this. Can we move forward? So that was something that was really nice, and I reinforced that behavior, saying, thank you for doing that, instead of just spending the money, but rather, just asking. It was different. It was refreshing. And allows me to have a little bit more advance notice on trying to manage all the finances and whatnot. I don't have a problem with the expenditure. We're making plenty of cash. Like I said, we're socking away cash. It's whether or not that's going to keep us on track or not. And right now, like I said, I've separated out the secondary source of income and throwing that directly into the brokerage. So there's only limited funds in the family budget and the delivery business budget. And so when all of a sudden there's this erroneous expenditure that wasn't planned for, that's kind of like Murphy. It's just kind of like pops up and it's like, okay, deal with it. The nice thing is, like I said yesterday and the day before, is there's $900 over there, $140, not a problem. We've got the cash. It's, are we willing to spend the cash? Will it keep us on our path? Will it keep us on target? And like I had mentioned before, our goal is under $700. I think it was $675 is what our goal is on a weekly basis, and that's like $2,500 that we're trying to sock away in the brokerage account, and by throwing over $900 in it and being on a good pace, right now we're already ahead of that game, and so there's additional funds, there's extra funds. So I did come home, and Aaron and Mom were going at it. Mom was holding the line as far as Aaron wanted to have a snack at 10:30 at night, and Mom's just like, no, how about going and eating your dinner? That was served to you, and you didn't eat, and now you're wanting junk food. And so I applaud again Tracy for holding the line. It's a battle. It's part of that parenting. I was just waiting in the wings. I didn't jump in. I didn't overrule Tracy. I was just there as a, hey, I'm here, and how about being a little bit more respectful as far as Aaron goes, talking to her mom. And boy, Aaron just pressure. Why, Mom? I want it. You should give it to me. I'm hungry. I want a snack. And Tracy's just back to dinner, healthy. And I applaud her for that. So I did talk with Aaron, because as I was preparing for going to bed, her desk that's been clean for like 2 weeks, everything was in place for over 2 weeks, and doing a good job. But today she decided, or actually yesterday, she decided to use her desk and started to leave it in chaos. And she's like, it's much better than it was, Dad. And I was like, yeah, but it's not where it was. And this is how it starts to get into a pile and a mess, is because you use it and you drop. You just walk away and you don't bother cleaning up your mess. And so I'm going to hold the line. I'm going to ask Tracy again to make sure that she does it. And quite frankly, if I get home at 11 o'clock at night or after 10 o'clock and it's not done, that child's up out of bed. I don't give a rat's ass, because this is part of her teaching and training. It's like, well, I'm going to be tired for school and I can't do this. Yeah, well, this is part of it. It's that responsibility of taking care of the things that you have. So if you get a good job and you're able to make a lot of money and buy a lot of stuff, you have to take care of that stuff. Otherwise, you're going to find that it all is for naught, and it just goes to waste. So, like I said, I will wake her up if it's not done. I will ask Tracy to make sure that it's, cleaned up, and if it's not to my expectation, which I'm guessing it probably won't be, I'm going to be waking her up. I'm going to get her out of her bedroom. I don't care if the cat gets out. It is going to be cleaned up. I've set the guidelines. I said that, hey, this needs to be done by X time, and if it's not done by X time, then we're going to take care of it on the deadline. So, and it's not a matter of yelling, screaming, or anything else. It's a matter of standing firm and just saying, this is what we're doing. And out of respect, out of being your father, you're going to do it. So I know that Erin will pull alongside. She doesn't backmouth me or any or give me lip or any of that type of stuff. She doesn't do that. It's like if Dad says it needs to get done, it needs to get done. The challenge is I'm going to remind Tracy, and that's where the argument starts to come in. Is Tracy will say, your dad said you need to get this done, and Erin will procrastinate until the last moment in order to be able to accomplish that. So my work ethic, if you will, is, hey, let's go knock this out together. It's a 3-minute job. Come on. We're talking about a couple of pieces of paper, wiping off the desk, putting away the things that you took out. It really is nothing. It's just a matter of principle. It's a matter that you used it, put it away. Leave your campsite cleaner than you found it. And like I said, my philosophy is, let's get in there and let's do it together. Let me work alongside of you together. The teamwork makes the dream work. Erin's been grilled with that. She knows that. She's wanting to test it. I understand sometimes you want to just run and go, and that's why it didn't happen last night. It's just a matter of, hey, now a day has passed. Let's reboot this thing. Let's get it back to where it needs to be. So, all right, well, I'm at work. I will give you an update on that tomorrow, and hopefully some great progress inside of OneNote, that we can finish those 3 sections and start to get a lot of the rest of the document completed. So I'm at work. I'm going to let you go. I love you, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.